Here's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Trubisky on first down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Next is Washington 7, Bills 0.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Breida, he'll try the right side. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. I'll tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the curve. Lock in, lock in. Check right, check right. Watching your grind. Heavy, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
55. Check 55, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Set the tone, defense.
Again, it's Trubisky. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They go play action with Trubisky. Going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Back at the 20.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. To throw is Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Watch the safety creep. Sponge. 18. Chuck safety.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's complete to Diggs. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams all tied after one. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second down and 7. Watson now to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On first down, Watson. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Trubisky. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And J.C. Jackson is a name that more and more NFL fans are able to identify. And last year, a terrific year to be a corner in the AFC East. Xavier Howard of Miami led the NFL with 10 picks. But J.C. Jackson of the Pats, he finished second with 9, and he just gets another one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Watson on first down, rolling to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder. reminder once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play action. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great...
And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Adam Humphries, 78 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Still 9 remaining on second down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Alert, 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 alert.
Play action. It's Trubisky going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Trubisky rolling to his right. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. It's complete, and he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Now a first down throw. Watson slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think...
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets it to Humphries. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has once again taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go, check it out. Check the call, check the call.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Joel Holcomb. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Gibson again. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
That catch good for only a couple. Second down and 8. Here's Trubisky. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Right there in the middle. Move. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hit him.
Trubisky to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Watson's pass complete to Terry McLaurin.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Watson, off play action. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Thomas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On second down, a run with Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
From the red zone now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the second?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dyami Brown with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Watson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Adam Humphries with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
49, Bills 31.
And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Watson's going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a 1st down. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?